now. Your Henry 4625 salute. You already gotta have it. Salute Minnesota in the house. Salute. You already know. Salute to Minnesota. Appreciate all the love from Minnesota. Shout out to the whole Minnesota. E. Neil, salute. Miss Playful in the building. How you doing? Free Dream Brim all day. You already know. Peace. You already know. Salute. Baked Goods. What's up? Val Davis. What's up? Philly in the building all day. You already know. Salute to Philly. Boss Dawn on 7, you already know all the time, fool. Ayo, Holiday, what's up, Day? Slow, big. Slow. How everybody doing, man? First and foremost, I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. You know, it's my first live for the new year. You know, I appreciate for everybody tuning in for Kross TV Network. You know, that's Kross with a K. You know, I know a lot of people, it's kind of like, I don't know, people might seem like it's cliche to say that, 2020, you want to have 2020 vision and everything, but I know a lot of people may have touched on that, but that's real, that's real, you know what I'm saying? You always want to keep your vision, you know what I'm saying? Not no tunnel vision, Sorry about that. Call like tough. Call him, yeah, just call him and let him know that I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm live and all that. When you come in, you make the first left at the ramp, right? Yeah. 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 Sorry about that, yeah. Sorry about that. But you know, you have tunnel you definitely gotta have tunnel vision on your goals, and sometimes you just gotta just, brush people off, that's if people don't serve no purpose, if people is not adding on, if people is always bringing negative energy around you, consciously, continuously bringing you down and stuff like that, you don't need them. You know what I'm saying? You don't need them. Why have them around? Only thing they doing is sucking up your good energy, you know what I'm saying, and feeding you negative stuff and have you drained out over their nonsense, you know what I'm saying? You know, 2020, man, it's definitely, it's definitely about, really, getting to that bag. And what I mean getting to that bag, I'm talking about these books that I got, a lot of things that I've been doing that I just been sitting on, you know what I'm saying? Those is getting put out, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be procrastinating, I'm not gonna be sitting here making excuses and none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's time to just, you know what I'm saying, get to it and do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's what 2020 means to me. You know what I'm saying? Because 2019, it was a real bad year for me. Real bad year for me. What I mean by that, I'll give you just a little skim. I'm not gonna really go into depth about that because you know what, we in the new year. And what I wanted to do, was in 2019 and sum it up. I wanted to do it in 2019. I ain't want to bring that energy into the new year. But it is a lot of significant things that happen in my life, you know what I'm saying? And like 2019, I knew it was a bad year, since the first week. And what I mean by that is that anybody, salute to everybody. I see everybody salute. You know, anybody know about construction, it's that unlike other jobs, you be at you go to work, You work at your office, you work at your warehouse. You know that as long as you with that company, this is where you come to work at. Well, with construction is once the project is finished, you move on to another project. Depending on the company, depends on whether or not they're gonna have work for you. Once this project is done. So unfortunately for us, once the project was done, they ain't had no work for us. But they expected us to do what is called shaping, and report to the company office, and sit around as if we're working, doing work hours through the whole 8 hours, whether they get us a site or not, and we don't even get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, so I had got laid off. Um, about 2 weeks and so after that, um, that's when my wife, had a car accident. You know what I'm saying? You already know that got a house in Poconos, and we live in the Poconos and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And one day it was raining. It was raining real bad. But I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about, when the raindrops be mad long and they be thick like mad. I'm talking about it was raining real hard, real hard. And it's maybe like 4 in the morning, 4:30 or something like that in the morning. Cause what we used to do is, sometime I commute. Like let's say if I'm in PA, I'm in the Poconos, and it's Monday and I'm coming home. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving, she driving, and she's in front of me. It's raining mad hard. It's raining real, real, real hard. Remember, it's pitch black. You know, coming up, 80, 80, 80 East, coming up 80 East. You know what I'm saying? And I sat there and watched her and my son get into a car accident where, you know, it was hydroplane. She hydroplaned into a rail. Boom. The rail bounced the car back into the other rail. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that it was rails on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So when the car hit the other rail, boom, it went up the mountain. You know how when you driving on the highways, and there be like little mountains or be like little hills and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, the car went up the hill, went up the mountain, like I want to say about 65% up, and then stopped and rolled back down onto the highway and hit the rail again. Now, mind you, she's in front of me, so as I'm driving, all this is happening right in front of my face. You understand what I'm saying? So when the car stops, she's behind me. I put my car in park. You know what I'm saying? I look back. She jumped out the car immediately. You know what I'm saying? To go get my son. Our son rather. You know what I'm saying? And you know, uh, while she's doing that, I'm running out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go get her. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go get her and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, wow, this is a deep situation. You know what I'm saying? So I helped. I told her that it was raining real hard and everything. She grabbed our son. I brought her to the car. Opened up the trunk, took everything out the trunk. Cause mind you, the car's on fire now. Also, got everything out the trunk. I kept running back and forth to the car, putting everything in her car into my car. You know what I'm saying? Opened up the back, boom, put everything in, whatever, you know, police came, the ambulance came, the fire department came, whatever, you know what I'm saying, gave a little report, they made a report, whatever, drove us back home. None of us went to work that day. Now, mind you, we was both on our way to work, you know what I'm saying, so we had to, drive through Jersey and everything like that. So this is how 2019 started for me. One, they have no, my company, my job tell me they don't have no work. And then I almost lose my wife, right? Well, my then girlfriend at the time, and my son in front of my face. So you could imagine what else happened in 2019 to me. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to do is I want to talk about the Amin situation right now. I Stone. Salute to all the fallen soldiers, those that are, that are in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like me, like myself. I pay my debt for society. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm an angel. Whenever, all my life I've been, most of my life. I already know my story. You know what I'm saying? So, Amin is another one like me. A lot of y'all that may have forgot or not know who Amin Booker or I Stone is. That's a comrade of mine. Me and him caught a jail case together, where we actually got fingerprinted and indicted and all that for, while we was incarcerated. We basically grew up on the Rikers Island together, up north together. He's currently serving, I believe, 48 to life. He's been in prison since 1996. He's 42 now, so all his life he's been in prison. Well, it's situations like this. For those that don't remember or wasn't there for when I made the story about what Adam and Sag was, and when I first brought Amin Booker's story and situation on my platform, administration segregation is, what that is that if the administration, which is the superintendent, captains, depths or whatever, feel that you are a threat to general population or to them, they'll put you in solitary confinement, the box, shoe, special housing unit, as if you did something wrong, as if you assaulted somebody, as if you had a fight, or as if you broke any jail rule. Well, in this situation, Amin didn't break no rule. So now, mind you, when I first brought it to y'all seen that I had wrote a couple of people, and I spoke about that in my video. Well, Amin wrote me back, and if y'all was on my Instagram page, I see I had posted him. He was with his daughter, who I know when she was a baby, because his daughter and my daughter used to always play together, because we used to always be on a visit together. Our family was real close. Me and Amin was real, very close, real, we was always around each other for years. So, and in the belly of the beast at that. So you already know how that goes, you know what I mean? Well, what happened was, he was in Greenhaven Correctional Facility, right? And he was an ILC member. ILC is the Inmate Liaison Committee. The Inmate Liaison Committee is basically a board that is recognized by the facility, by the prison. Every prison have a ILC, a inmate liaison committee, and what their function is that their function is that you'll have people, you have um prisoners that was voted from the prison population. They'll make a poll and people vote for these individuals. People that win these votes become, a chairman or a person that's on a body of the liaison committee. They make liaison committee. So their function is, if a prisoner comes to them with an issue dealing with their livelihood, whether it's dealing with correctional officers, whether it's dealing with whether it's dealing with whether it's dealing with any humanitarian situations or whatever have you, you know you make your complaint through through the liaison committee, and they're the persons that go investigate and fight for you. It's different from putting in a grievance. You know what I'm saying? So what happened, what he said was going on was the police was beating people up. That the superintendent, this, something was going on in Greenhaven Correction Facility, and for like a 3 month process, the police were just on some, we're just going to just beat these, we just going to just going to be extra aggressive, and we just going to just start giving these guys the business, or we feel like we losing control and we got to let these people know that this is our house, or whatever their mentality was or is, at where it was at that time. You know he put, he did his part as a liaison member and representative. He put in his paperwork, whatever have you. So in retaliation, Amin went on a visit. Amin went on a visit. His visit was a Saturday. He went on a visit. His family or friends. He never even said who came and seen him, but he's on a visit. And while he was on a visit, the correctional officers came and took him off the visit, terminated his visit in the middle of his visit, took him to his cell, got his property that they already had packed up, and took him to Elmira and placed him in solitary confinement. So now let's think of this. Let's think about me. Let's think about you. Let's think about one of our loved ones, right? We make plans. We have loved ones that's in prison that we love and that, that's, important to us. So we want to go see them. We want to go see them, send them money. We do things for them. We're their everything out here because they're in there. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they can't do physically, we try to do for them out here. And just think about you traveling. He was in Greenhaven, so that's close to the city, so that's not really too bad. But let's say you was in Attica somewhere, it was 8-9 hours away, and you on the visit floor, and you done made all these plans, you done paid your way to get to and from seeing this person. You know what I'm saying? You done bought this person the package, you know what I'm saying? Or you done took time off of work or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? You made all these preparations, getting on the bus, 1, 2 in the morning, you know what I'm saying, just to get there at 9 o'clock, or, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, depending on how far it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to get terminated. And for what? When the person that I'm coming to see didn't even do nothing? So now here we have you 4 years and 8 months and some change and still ticking. He's in the box, solitary confinement. For what? What did he do? Do his job as being inmate liaison committee member, the one that was voted by the institution legally. Was no discrepancies, and it was an issue where everybody, the inmates, was making complaints about, you know, the brutality that was going on. So he submitted to whatever, to whatever demands of the population was, and for that, he get administrative segregation indefinitely. See, the difference between you being in the box for disciplinary reasons and being administrative segregation is, when you go to the box, it's because you did something wrong. And when you go to the box, you do your hearing, you get served your time. So you know when you're getting out the box. You know how much good time it is for you to get out the box. You know and understand these things. You understand what I'm saying? The only way you don't get out the box is if you do things while you're in the box to get more time. See, what administrative segregation is, they put you in a box and say that, well, we feel that he's a threat to the inmate population and to the staff, to inmate population and the staff. So you go to hearings, I think it's either every 90 days or every 30 days, either or, you keep going to hearings. Every time you go to hearings, you go on with the hearings optimistically with the hopes of you making it out, you getting back to, population, because you like, so imagine this man keep repeatedly going to these hearings 4 years and 8 months later. At some point in time, that optimism become pessimism. Because now it's like, well, you know what? Fuck it, why should I even go? I refuse to even go. And then when you do that, you still blow your opportunity. But it's like, well, this is the 40th time I came, and everything I keep saying the same thing. So they use administrative segregations to lock a person down indefinitely. And what they do to make you feel good is they made a law, whereas now, what they do is, once you've been in the box a certain amount of time, I think it's either 90 days or 6 months. Once that time comes upon, and they get like real bare minimum commissary items. They get like bare minimum snacks, what I'm saying, a couple of candy bars, a couple of, maybe about $10 worth of snacks or whatever. And it's put in their locker. And they'll get, I think, an hour a week to watch TV or something like that. Like, you kidding me? I got minimum pictures of my loved ones. I got minimum letters. I can't call. I can't make a phone call. When I go on a visit, depending on where I'm at, in solitary confinement, I might not even have contact visits. But here it is, he ain't do nothing. But he in a cell for 4 years and 8 months. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Of course I had to speak out about that, because if I was in that same situation, I would want people to reach out to me. I would want people, to care, to help fight for me, to let them know, like, y'all can't just be doing that. Don't wait until it's somebody that you know or that you care for to feel like, well, now it's time for me to do this, that, and the other, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Oh man, you know what I mean? You know, I'm just keeping it real, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people think, you got a lot of people, include my moms once upon a time, they felt like, when I was in prison, it was good. Hold on, let me read something what somebody saying. It's a cold world. You know that. Yeah, definitely, man. It's a cold world. Just because of the cold world doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that everything that happened to us for a reason, and I do believe that everything that we go through in life, it was placed for us because we it's known that we could overcome it. You know what I'm saying? No, nothing's gonna be placed into us that we can't handle. You know what I'm saying? So I always believe in that also. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, even when your head finally comes down with your chin is on your chest, you know what I'm saying? You gotta just pick that back up. You know what I mean? And keep striving. You know what I mean? He in prison for what he did, whatever the case may be, but that's real wrong that things is the way it is, you know what I mean? That's not good, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to say Happy New Year's. I send my love to y'all, man, because in a couple of them, I don't know, about maybe about another 15 minutes, I'm gonna do another live, and I got some people with me right now, man, and we gonna talk about some things, man, involving, it's a whole different, it's a whole story going on involving, a couple of people, man, that I'm introduced from around my neighborhood that you know, don't miss that though. They over here and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go talk to them for a minute. So I'll be back. So don't go too far away. He said it's shack and elevator. I don't know what he's saying. Nah, it's not shack and elevator, nah. Well, salute to everybody. Send me that love, man. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in Kross TV Network. That's Cross with a K all day. Y'all already know. Um, Listen, about 15, 20 minutes, I will be doing a live interview. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time I did a live exclusive interview, you know what I'm saying, in person. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Don't miss this, man. We gonna get to it, man. 183rd in the building, cause it's always gonna be my people from the town. So you already know that from the hood, man. So definitely tune in, all right? So I appreciate y'all. Salute, and I see y'all in about another 20 minutes, all right? Peace.